Pritchard, Granchea's broadcast center is at the base of the station near the bottom of the ocean. Is that right?
But the lockdown caused all the blast doors to seal. You won't be able to go down until you override them manually.
From up in the tower. I got it.
Outside, and then I'll be able to get him out, because I don't want it like that. Okay, I hear it. Look, we're gonna go around. We're gonna go around the other side.
Access granted. Access granted.
I don't think you want to do that, Mr. Jensen. Disengage lockdown, and whatever demons this station contains are likely to come crashing out on us.
Afraid to die, Darrow? Or just unwilling to face what you've done?
Oh, I know what I've done, believe me. I take no pleasure in it.
And yet you still did it.
I did what had to be done. 20 years ago, I gave the world augmentation technology. I thought I was giving it a bright future, but instead I gave it the means to destroy itself. No law, no UN regulation was going to fix that.
People are dying out there. Hundreds of thousands of people driven to the brink of insanity because of you.
I had to convince the world. Before today, people believed we should steal fire from the gods and redesign human nature. Human nature is the only thing we have that gives us a moral compass and the social skills we need to live in peace. Destroy it, and you destroy our very species.
Don't paint yourself a savior in this. What you're doing is insane.
Is it? When this is done, the Illuminati won't be able to control men and women like you as they had planned, from the inside out. No one will be able to use the technology I invented to make others into beings they desire. Something we both know has happened already.
You think you're Frankenstein? Killing his own monster?
Actually, Mr. Jensen, I prefer to think of myself as Daedalus, watching helplessly as his child crashes into the sea.
I'm ending this. Now.
You can't. The signal is being generated from the broadcast center at the base of this facility. Panchea's security system has been programmed to protect it, and will kill you before you even get close.
You designed that system, Darrow. You can tell me how to shut it down.
But I won't. You think what I'm doing is extreme. You simply don't understand. For humanity to survive beyond this century, it must abandon ill-conceived notions about transcendence and embrace change. But for that to happen, the hard lesson must be learned. Blood must be shed.
My God, Darrow, please, think of the individuals you're hurting. Innocent women and children, some of whom had no choice when they got augmented. Every second that signal continues to broadcast, more of them will die. Help me stop this, please.
You think to sway me by forcing me to consider the individuals? I created something magnificent and watched it turn to ashes. And the lesson I learned from my suffering is exactly the lesson that's in play here. Think about it. You were an officer of the peace once. You know that force as a means of persuasion can be highly effective when the need is there. The need we are facing is extreme. You yourself experienced it. In Detroit. In Hengsha. My methods may be harsh, but trust me, they are the only way to save mankind.
Maybe you're right. Maybe you're wrong. None of it matters, because this is what will happen now. After today, whatever you say will be dismissed as the ravings of a mass murderer. You were one of the greatest minds of our time, and tomorrow you'll be nothing but a killer.
I have shown the world the worst of itself, Mr. Jensen. As long as people understand that, what they say of me doesn't matter. Look at everything that has happened since this technology developed. Search your heart. You know as well as I do that humanity is on a downward spiral, torn apart from within because people like you can't resist the temptation to play God with your own evolution. Can't you see why we must take the temptation away?
You know, I've always wondered about that leg brace of yours. Why the father of augmentation doesn't have the most basic of implants. Doesn't make much sense, really. Unless he's one of the few people genetically incompatible with this technology. Gotta love the irony in that. It's the kind of irony that can tear you up inside, bit by bit, every day, until you find yourself despising what you're not.
How dare you? You think I've done all this because a fluke of nature robbed me of my chance to become a part of it? I tried everything, damn you! Everything I could think of to change! None of it worked! None of it!
So you had to fix it, didn't you? Take back control, make it like it never was.
Yes! Yes, that's exactly what What have I done?
Give me the codes, Darrow. Help me stop this.
You'll still be in danger. Panchea's security system, much of it is self-determining and lethal. But if you succeed, if these codes help you turn off the system and reach the broadcast center, tell the world exactly why I did it. Explain to them about the Illuminati, the biochip, Panchea. Help them understand that the technology I created will not be a future any one of us desires. Put that away.
Richard, the lockdown's disengaged. I'm heading back to the hangar to see if those blast doors are open. Have you been able to raise anyone?
I'm picking up several glimmers, but there's too much interference. I think you're on your own, Jensen.
Careful there, Francis. You almost sound like you regret that.
Access granted.
It's in my head. I know it is. No. Get away. Go. That was nothing. Please, let it be nothing. Get up. They said there were no rats, but I knew there were. They're everywhere! No, you won't get me, Buster. You won't get me! Get up. No. Wait, what? Get up. Get away from me. Get away. Just leave me alone. Come on. You won't take me! I won't let you! I'll kill you all! Who the hell is there? You'll never get me! Wait, what? Who are you? I don't know you!
Access granted.
Go away, Ghost! Go away! No! You don't scare me! I can't control them anymore! Run! Run! Run there! You'll never get me! I'll kill you all!
I hate it. Don't you see? I need you to understand. Just let me explain. Kill. You just gotta kill all. Gotta kill. Stand back. No. Okay. I gotta stop them. I'll stop you. Stop running! Do it!
This is William Taggart. If anyone out there is listening, I'm begging you, help. We've barricaded ourselves inside the core server room. Many of us are wounded. Please, save us. Please, save us.
Put that weapon away. Hasn't there been enough fighting? You seem relatively normal, nicht wahr?
All things considered, yeah. You okay?
Thankfully, I was able to barricade myself in here when things got out of control. So, is it safe to come out now?
No. The rest of the station is still under siege. You better stay here until help comes. In the meantime, is it possible to download Praxis software here?
Yes, of course. No damage was done to the computers. See for yourself. I will
Access granted.
Mr. Jensen, how ironic that you should be the one to save us from the monsters out there.
Monsters, Taggart? You mean people. Augmented people who've lost all control, lost their reason.
Isn't that supposed to be my line? Unfortunately, it seems your esteemed Mr. Darrow decided to appropriate my point and turn it back on me. In madness and in blood. He has betrayed us all.
So you finally admit it. You are part of this, after all. You have been all along.
It would be pointless to deny anything now, but despite what you think of us, we never wanted augmentations outlawed. All we've ever sought is regulation, rules governing how the technology is developed, and laws that ensure it's used for the good of society.
You've raised society above humanity. So who gets to make those rules?
Men with wisdom, strength, and tenacity to know what's right. Proven leaders who distinguish themselves like you, Mr. Jensen. You've certainly earned the right to be one of us. All you have to do is take it.
I'm not looking for glory, Taggart.
Just remember that without control, there's no room for freedom, only anarchy. You were a policeman once. You know the importance of order.
I know there's a difference between order and slavery.
The biochip wasn't supposed to force people to do anything. It merely limited power so that people couldn't go on killing sprees like the ones taking place right now.
Amazing how well that worked out.
Say what you will, but I know that some part of you agrees with me. Absolute freedom is no different than absolute chaos. Society needs boundaries if it has any hope of surviving, and you, Mr. Jensen, can be the one to give us that hope. Shut down Darrow's signal, then help me get a message out saying that an accident at VersaLife contaminated the world's neuropozyne supply.
VersaLife? And what if I decided to blame the Illuminati?
The Illuminati is just a name to get rich financiers to invest more money. Besides, do you really think the world will believe in some 18th century conspiracy theory? Do this for us, and you'll ensure a future for mankind, all of mankind, augmented or otherwise. The future Hugh Darrow offers doesn't allow for both.
Let me think about it.
No, there's no one here. It's all in your head. Keep it here. You can't hear anything with all the noise. The noise. The noise. 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 You're not even there! Get away! Go!
Don't be diffident! This is best for both of us!
No! I don't want to have to do this! Don't run!
Is anybody there? Can you hear me? I've got survivors here. We've locked ourselves in the machine room. Please!
Quiet!
Help us!
I can't think with all that
Show
noise!
yourself!
Don't! Don't scare me! You're not even there! Get away! Go! Stand still. They ruined me! The bastards! Just get away from me! Just play along.
Don't be diffident! This is best for both of us! Get away! Ow! Stop running!
Access granted.
Stay away! Don't run! What is over there? It'd be much easier this way! Stop running! I've got to do this!
What the hell? Oh my God.
Water pressure nominal at 173 psi.
Who am I?
Communications web online.
I feel cold.
Drones 1 through 3 within operational parameters.
I don't remember.
Drone 4 disconnected.
Let me go.
Processing.
Oh God, please help me. I'm scared.
Core temperature stable. Processing.
Zhao, what are you doing?
Connecting to Panchaea's Hiron project, Mr. Jensen. The most advanced quantum computer slave to the human brain, and the closest to perfection we'll ever achieve. I'm going to use it to hack Darrow's signal and rework the message to our benefit.
Our benefit? You mean the Illuminati's?
Someone has to override the signal and be the world's savior. And let's be honest, neither of us would trust anyone else to fill that role. Computer, begin EEG sync.
So much pain.
Syncing beta waves at 40 cycles per second.
Sleep, please. Let me sleep.
Incompatible master-slave chain detected. Alert. Unable to transfer control to Alpha Pod.
The system won't recognize
systems offline. Rerouting control of the chamber.
I can't control Iron!
Increasing glutamate levels by 32%.
Sal, get them out of there. I have to reach the control chamber.
No! I can still control it! I'm in control!
Stop the signal!
Security alert.
Through the primary control panel.
Oh, shit.
Alpha pod security in place. To access Alpha pod, purge tertiary pods.
I must be the one to alter the signal. Once I do, the council will welcome me with open arms.
No! Protect Mother! Stay away! Stay away! The bad man is here. Why does he want to kill us? Kill him.
You have to have been better served keeping your head down, Jensen.
I'll do it, Mother. Just don't hurt anymore. Just no more pain. Please keep him away from us. Security measures are sufficient. Insufficient.
Once the weight of your gaze touches you, there is no escape.
Hydrostatic pressure rising. Here. Breathe. It hurts. Here. Fluid. Systems are. My organic systems under stress. Anytime. Stop.
Diagnostic warning.
Do you see where honor and ambition lead you? To a hole miles deep in the ocean, about to meet your end. And
Error in system.
Iron is weakening.
Rerouting connection.
I'm regaining control. I must.
Reroute complete. Contamination. Pod 2 access hatch is open. Pod 2.
I must fight this. I must resist.
Alpha pod security in place. To access Alpha pod, purge tertiary pods.
I must be the one to alter the signal. Once I do, the council will welcome me with open arms.
Contamination.
Stay away! Stay away! Bad man is here. Why does he want to kill us? Kill him.
Error in system.
Iron is weakening.
Rerouting connection.
Regaining control. I must.
Rerouting complete. Pod
System failing.
safety purge complete. Reinitiating hybrid life support.
Once the weight of your gaze touches you, there is no escape.
Hydrostatic pressure rising. Here. Breathe. It hurts. Here. Fluid. Systems are. My organic systems under stress will acclimatize.
Do you see where honor and ambition lead you? To a hole miles deep in the ocean, about to meet your end. And powerless.
I don't like it here. Don't like it. It's so cool down here. Show us the light, Mother. Where's the light?
Error Rerouting. Connection. Reroute complete. Warning. Pod 1 safety search improvements. Stand by. Contamination. Pod 1.
Why can't I move? These CHE levels are critically low.
I have no choice but to eliminate you. You have ruined everything.
Contamination. Diagnostic.
Higher. System monitors online constantly. There's too much to keep track of. Supplemental diagnostics required before we can sleep.
Contamination. Warning. Tertiary pods are offline. Primary security measures disabled. Power surge detected. Electrical charge above normal levels and rising. Preparing for discharge sequencing. Warning. Electrical charge subcritical and rising. Electric discharge sequence initialized.
It's happening. I'm government. No, wait. It's initiating an emergency protocol. You don't know the resources they have at their disposal, Jensen. Despite your special genetics, you are taking over like the whole town. Initiate dissipation protocol. There is no way you can defeat the system. There is nothing you can do to stop me.
Warning. Electrical charge subcritical and rising. Halfway to discharge sequence. Warning. Primary pod compromised. Secondary security measures activated. Evacuate area.
We cannot reach you, Jensen. There are too many contingencies built into the system. You and I have both failed.
Hello, Adam. Welcome to the edge. It is not the end of the world, but you can see it from here.
Eliza? What are you doing here?
It is my job to monitor and report on the news, Adam. Before Darrow smothered everything with his signal, the whole world was tuned into this place, including me.
The broadcast. I have to stop it.
I know. Please, come closer. Do you know where we are, Adam? We are at the fulcrum point, when society lies in the balance. Hugh Darrow hoped to tip the scales one way, by telling the world everything you already know. About the biochip, the Illuminati, everything. He believed knowing the truth would convince mankind to abandon research into human enhancement technologies forever.
It would certainly give them reason to fear it.
Indeed. Darrow's confession is ready to send. If you want, I can wideband it across all media as soon as you shut down the signal. Everything you worked so hard to uncover will be exposed. But only if you deactivate the broadcast using this control. Alternatively, Darrow's message can be adjusted to erase all mention of the power group known as the Illuminati. I can report that lack of proper regulation allowed vast quantities of neuropozyne to become contaminated prior to reaching the market.
Taggart's preference. You think the world will buy a made-up story about neuropozyne poisoning?
You might be surprised by what people believe. I can convince them. And having experienced the negative effects of corporate negligence firsthand, a majority of people might force the world to place harsh restrictions on all human enhancement research. But only if you disengage the signal and activate the video edit function from here. Of course, there is another option. This passage leads to Panchaea's pressure regulation controls. Destroy them and the installation will cave in on itself, overwhelmed by the weight of the ocean pressing against it. Everyone inside the structure will die.
That's a solution?
No one will be left to tell the world what happened, Adam. Nobody will be able to spin the story.
Including me.
The choice is yours. Do you believe you have the wisdom to choose an appropriate future for mankind? Or do you trust mankind to find the answers on its own? If you do this, the unadulterated truth in Darrow's confession may well convince mankind to cast all science and technology aside, to ensure that future generations grow up free and whole. Are you sure this is your choice?
Let me think about it.
If you do this, first-hand experience with corporate negligence on such a grand scale may convince mankind to enact harsh restrictions on human enhancement research. Are you sure this is your choice? So be it then.
Freedom. To those who don't have it, it's more valuable than gold. But where should it start and end? We humans often think we have the right to expand, absorb, convert, or possess anything we need to reach our dreams. But time and time again, hasn't this led to conflicts with others who essentially believe the same thing? Morality is supposed to keep us in line, but I can't always say it's effective. Looking back at the challenges I faced, sometimes I made an effort to spare lives, to use the tools and resources around me in ways that might benefit all. But not always. Intent on reaching my goals, how often did I waver between adhering to my morals and indulging in self-centered concerns? If I fell, was it because I didn't care, or because I lacked the strength to go the extra mile? That's what Taggart is so worried about. He's not afraid of freedom. He's afraid of the chaos that ensues when individuals have nothing but morality to constrain them. He wants us to regulate human enhancement technologies because he fears all that power, without limits, without guide rails, to keep individuals from abusing it. Absolute freedom is no better than chaos. Society needs laws and regulations to protect it. So if the men and women behind Taggart need to work in the shadows, pulling strings to enable us to head in a safe direction, will supporting them be all that bad? If they're as wise as Taggart says, how bad will their leadership be? I just hope they stand by what they say.
You worry too much, Morgan. There's nothing we can't manage given time. She's here. I have to cut this short. Keep going through the wreckage. Maybe we'll find something we can use for the Morpheus initiative. Come in! Dr. Reed. We're so pleased you decided to join us.
Where else could I go?
No regrets, my dear. As Ariadne told Theseus before he entered the Minotaur's labyrinth, always forward, never left or right. You'll be very interested in our current project. We're breaking new ground.
Yes, the nanite virus chimera is quite intriguing. I'm looking forward to seeing the hybrid project up close, Mr. Page.
And so you shall. But please, call me Bob.